sustainability. Today is the first day that we have our students here to see the grass crusher in action. You're not actually leaving before I crush, are you?
No, they're gone.
I'll be crushed. You gotta go. So this is the glass crusher, the GLS 2.0. Retails for about $7,500 right here in Florida. And I'm gonna hit on and start, and nothing's gonna happen because it's not plugged in. So I need to go over to the 240 volt outlet. We have 3 of them on the property. One is at the garage across from the classroom. Another 240 volt, did I say 340? 240 volt is here, and another one is on our solar resiliency cart. So we can bring 240 volts with solar battery power where we need to on the property, but we have it installed here now. So I'll turn this on. This represents about 2.5 years worth of glass that my wife and I have been accumulating by crushing, but now we have this. We can put our old plates in and start to get it down, along with, of course, vodka bottles, although this is metal labels, so we can't touch metal labels. Beer bottles, definitely. And that's what I'm going to spend the morning doing, grabbing bottles and putting them in. And what it comes out as I'll show you in a second, if it's paper labels, that's fine. Old plates is fine. And you can see what it results in. 2 things. One is, lift this up, you can see under here, it turns into this, and there's those beer bottles right there, you can see there. But even without gloves, you could put your hand through and pick it up. It will not cut you, because once it's been hammered by the hammer mill, it is completely safe. Now there's different sizes of sand in here, and we're going to build a sifter so that we can get the fine sand and the coarser sand. And the sifter will also remove the paper and plastic that'll stay up on top, because it'll have various sieves of different dimensions. So we'll be able to get all that out. That's what it is. And then when we open this up, let me see if I can get this open. Boy, is that tight. There we go. You can see the inside of the machine, and you can see that up here is this really fine sand powder. Now the finest stuff, when you sift it out, sells to medical grade pharmaceutical companies for as much as $500 a kilogram, because it's used as nanotechnology. You're talking about microplastics. This is micro glass beads. So really fine sand saves, and that accumulates up here. This is called a hammer mill, and they work really well because they're just hammers like on a keyboard, like on your piano. And they just go bang, 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 and they just crack it up. And that's why it gets so fine, and why it doesn't have any glass shards that could hurt you down there, because it's hammered it like the waves on the beach will turn stuff into something and just erode. And that just spins. That's all this thing does. So a very simple machine, and you can see the sieve on the bottom. It's a bit coarse, and that's why we don't get the finest sand through there. You could change that sieve down there to finer and finer, but then you'd probably get accumulation there of it. And that's as simple as you can get. And you wonder why we're not doing this, because we're losing sand at our beaches to erosion, and they're dredging from surrounding areas, killing benthic organisms, the corals and the sponges and all the wildlife that lives at the bottom of the ocean. But they send in these big barges with these what they call articulated hose. You grab it like a shovel, crane shovel, and dump it into a barge, take it, and try to rebuild the beaches for the tourists. And then the waves and the rain and the hurricanes come and wash the beaches away. Oh, we got to go get more. But everybody's drinking beer on the beach, or drinking vodka or wine, and they're throwing the bottles away, and that's sand. And of course, to make bottles, they're dredging sand from somewhere. There's sand wars for the construction industry in Mekong Delta, places like Vietnam and Cambodia. Villagers are being murdered by the sand mafia that are coming in and taking all their sand away, which disturbs their fishing. And then they're taking that sand, which is a very special river sand, is what's needed for concrete, because it has the right geometry to hold cement. And people are being murdered, and we're running out of concrete sand. Not all sand is alike. But with this, you can have different grades of sand. And so why are we destroying natural environments for sand and then throwing glass away. So that's what this machine is letting us tell that narrative. And it goes along with the wider narrative of we want to use the process of shredding, grinding, granulating, crushing to improve our environments. We want to actually make microplastics here and make micro glass and make micro food and break everything down, and then it's part of an industrial ecology. It becomes useful again. That's it.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Do you know Dr. Carl Herndl?
No.